Well, howdy, folks. Scott here of Review Guy fame, or whatever. This is ECW review. Pardon me for. You can see the light. I'm lit very well. ECW review over St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, if indeed you celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Chris very much enjoys saying that he's Irish, even though he's a tiny bit Irish, in the same way that I'm a tiny bit Irish, so it's good enough, right? I didn't wear green either, darn it. I wore that type of khaki that a lot of people call green, though, so I guess that was my salvation, even though I really hate it when people call it green. Nevertheless, how is everybody? Is everyone fine? Is everyone well? ECW. Oh, by the way, I could tell by the audience, I've been wondering for quite some time now, when do they tape ECW? It used to be Tuesday night. You know, we used to always know that the show was done. Now, obviously, they're doing it on Monday night because, one, there was a CM Punk sign that I recognized from Raw, and then also there was a guy wearing this bright yellow shirt with a picture of Carlton on it. And at first, when I saw the guy, I thought it was me because he was very much like me physically, except I don't have a Carlton shirt. That's how I knew it wasn't me. And so yeah, I was looking at the shirt thinking, who is that on the shirt? And it looked like Carlton, but I said, who would have a picture of Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, for those of you unacquainted? And then later in the night, I saw him holding up a sign that said, Carlton is greater than Ashley. So, I mean, I would agree. Carlton is greater than Ashley. Wasn't this already settled by that Singing with Celebrity show? You know, when Carlton won, didn't that prove that he was the greatest? Banks. I was about to say Huxtable, but that would have been a faux pas on my part. Let's begin the show, shall we? It began with MVP. See, only 2 minutes of rambling. See, I'm getting better at this, people. MVP and Christian teamed up against Shelton Benjamin and Mark Henry. Now then, not a whole lot to say, I gotta say. I didn't think Christian got enough face time. Here's my problem with the whole Christian situation right now. It's like he showed up, he exploded on the scene, and then he's kind of fizzled out already after, what, a month of being back? And that kind of bothers me and troubles me to a degree as it relates to the future of Christian and the WWE. Chris and I were talking and we both agree that we would love a Christian Edge feud. I think that would be wonderful to see, but, you know, will we see it? I don't know. And also, and certainly not if, you know, if Edge gets buried. Also, I mean, not Edge, Christian, but what if Edge turns face? People may, and I'll mention them again, and I don't know their names. I'm going to have to learn names, but people made some very astute, can't even find the right word, observations. I'm sorry. If I could edit that out, I would. I'm embarrassed. But they made some astute observations as it relates to Friday Night SmackDown. Somebody said that Edge's performance was closest to his performance when he was a face, and they also said that the sharpshooter is a very face-ish finishing move. So, will Edge turn face? If he does, there's no hope for Christian and Edge to feud. I don't know. I'm just a little worried about Christian, but and I was glad to see him in the match. I'm glad he's going to be Money in the Bank, but we're not seeing enough of him. That's all I'm thinking. I'm thinking we need to see a lot of him. We're seeing more of Tyson frickin' Kidd, and we saw more of Jack frickin' Swagger when they came on the scene than we did Christian. I'm sorry. I'm drinking my coffee. That's why I'm sweaty too. It's all the caffeine and coffee and whatnot. I don't want to be one of these screaming wrestling reviewers, because it really doesn't affect me that much when I'm not in front of a camera, you know, I guess. But, yeah, we saw more of those folks than we're seeing of Christian, and that kind of bothers me. And I hope, and I like Christian, and I hope he sticks around, and I hope he does well for himself. Benjamin and Mark Henry did they win? I don't even remember who won. I didn't make note of it, and I just don't remember. Bourne versus Noble, the return of Evan Bourne. sorry, people. It's this coffee. It just messes with my mind. I need to go to decaf. I really do. Yeah, so Bourne comes back, and I gotta say, for all the build-up, for all the hype, for Bourne to come out, second match of the night, and face Jamie Noble, it's kind of a letdown, in my opinion. He looked great. You know, he's obviously been taking care of himself in his rehabilitation or whatever he's been doing. No ring rust, as they say, that I could tell. Of course, I'm not the expert on ring rust. I've only I did a few reports in college on ring rust, but there are people who've written books, so I'll let them be the ones to. Anyway, yeah. So I thought he looked good. He got the win. Tyson Kidd was back in the back watching with Natalia. Hopefully watching Jamie Noble. I would hate Evan versus Tyson. I think we need to see Evan a little bit higher up the chain, fighting people who give him more credibility, more than he has now or needs or whatever. So anyway, that's that. Okay, moving on. Oh, they announced Divas Night on ECW in preparation for the big Divas Battle Royal. Is that right? At WrestleMania? Okay, I mean, God bless the Divas, all of them, and past, present, and future. I don't really think this is really. I mean, okay, all right, never mind. Divas Night, however, don't really care to see that. I'll watch it and I'll review it if I must. There's a fellow by the name of, if I'm not mistaken, it's 123 words and then 123 the numbers Kid. He often makes video responses to our videos. I like his videos a lot. And his SmackDown review, he made the point that he didn't really remember who won the Divas match because he doesn't really pay attention. And I kind of agree. There's really nothing, you know. Anyway, I'll watch it and I'll talk about it because that's my job, people. I take this very seriously, what I do here, okay? Just want you to know that, and I do that for you. Okay, then the next thing we see is Paul Burchill versus Finlay. Hornswoggle was running wild, sprayed. Well, I don't know what he was spraying on Katie Lee, and I don't really want to know, quite frankly. So Burchill got mad. Finlay fought Burchill. At one point, Finlay stands up on the announce table, and Finlay goes out and says, Swoggle, get down here! Get down here, maybe. that's my Irish impression, which is very good, because you know, yeah, I have to practice these things for St. Paddy's Day. That's what we do here in America. We imitate now. So Swoggle causes Finlay to kind of fall behind in the thing with Burchill. They bring up again, is Hornswoggle a hindrance to his father? Swagger says it. It's just Stryker says it. Oh, speaking of Swagger, I gotta mention him again. That's it. But anyway, Finlay finally comes back to win. But I'm wondering. Oh yeah, somebody mentioned in an old video, one of their comments was that there was going to be a Finlay versus Hornswoggle match. They would turn on each other and have a feud. And I don't know if that was a joke or not. But when I originally read it, I thought, that could happen. And then tonight, I thought of it again, and I went, wait a minute. Nah, they wouldn't do that. What would they do? You know, you can't. Yeah. All Hornswoggle can do is tadpole splash. Okay, I'm way behind. We did see Swagger, which was really kind of pointless. Honestly, I was thinking Bourne was going to come out to challenge him. So I guess we're not getting an ECW title match at WrestleMania, which I guess is fine. Although I must say, when he called himself the two-time All-American American, I gotta say, I don't like the guy, but that's clever. It's clever to say two-time. I don't know, I just like it. Finally, the dirt sheet. Bella Twins come out. Okay, one of the Bellas is uncomfortable. And again, another astute observation. See, the word was right there. SmackDown, somebody pointed out that one of the Bellas was okay with going with Miz Morrison, the other one wasn't. And that was further brought around tonight. Bree is apparently the one who is for Miz and Morrison, and then the other one, whose name I don't remember, Daphne or Nicole or something, is anti, I believe. Anyway, so they make fun of the Colons, the Colons, the challenges made at Mania, which I gotta say does not upset me as much as I thought it would. For some reason, I'm a little excited now. For all these months, I've been screaming about how I didn't want to see it. Now, yeah, you know. So anyway, they challenged at Mania. They go to spit apples at Morrison. Morrison ducks. They spit it at the good Bella. The Hua Bella laughs at her. They fight. The bad Bella goes with Miz and Morrison. The good Bella goes with the Carlito and Primo Colones. I say the Bellas, you know, they need to have something to tell them apart. Maybe they part their hair on a different side. Maybe one of them wears glasses or has a mustache. I don't know exactly what, but we need to find a way to tell them apart, because I can't tell, even though they don't look alike at all. Anyway, that's the show, and my time is... Ooh, I'm sorry about that. My time is running low, but I appreciate your watching, and I hope you enjoy your afternoon, and have a good week, and we'll see you most likely, unless Chris gets injured again. Apparently he's fine now, but we'll see. We'll see you this Friday night for SmackDown, so have a good afternoon, and we'll see you.